Okay, so you know how important it is for you to be acquiring gold and silver, but maybe you're just not quite sure how to do it. So today, we're going to be talking about one convenient, easy way for you to do it, and maybe there'll even be a little business opportunity in it for you if you want. So let's get right to it. This is the Hey Ed YouTube channel, and I am your host, moderator, and all-around nice guy, Edward Anderson. Okay, so I'm not a financial advisor. Don't construe anything mentioned in this presentation as investment advice. Always do your own research before doing anything with your money. And a little added disclaimer, I am an enthusiastic member of 7K Metals. As are many of the team members in the Hey Ed group. So I thought just important to let you know about that. But I'm going to put on my journalist cap here and try to be objective for you so we can give you the facts and figures and information that you need to know to learn about this opportunity. I have with us the CEO of 7K Metals, Jason Arfman. Hello, Jason.
Hello, Ed. Good to be here.
Oh, great to have you. Thank you so much for taking time. Is it okay if I call you Jason?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Could you tell us how long 7K Metals has been around, and what was the inspiration for 7K Metals?
Yeah, we're just coming up on 6 years of being in business, and we really looked at a lot of different reasons of why we came into this business. When the founders got together years ago, 6 years ago, and they met at a little cafe, they said, how in the world do we help people get better access to gold and silver and collectible low minted rare coins? How do we do that, right? And so our inspiration here was to transform an industry that was old. A lot of people knew about it. People know they should be buying gold and silver. Our great grandpas and our great great grandpas and grandmas, they've all bought gold and silver, but there was really a gap of education, and I think it stems back to the time of, when we had, back in the early days of when we had governments confiscating gold and silver, when we had Richard Nixon doing the suspension from the gold standard in 1971, a lot of people started saying, you know what? I don't know if gold and silver is as important as my grandparents or my great grandparents said it was. And so they started falling away, and people have come less and less educated. And so our mission is to educate people and really to give average families the ability to buy gold and silver really on any budget, buy it fractionally, buy it through software. We've updated it. We've refreshed the industry. We've made it new and exciting and easy to hold gold and silver. And more importantly, very easy to liquidate gold and silver if you so choose to do so. So that was our inspiration. We started 6 years ago. We have absolutely exploded in the last 6 years. We're reaching, every state in the United States and 7 international countries, and we're just getting started. And so we're really excited.
Yeah, and I'm excited for you because I'm along with you on this journey now because I'm a member now of 7K, and you guys. I will be a little biased here. You guys are just crushing it. So I'm really enjoying 7K, and so I'm very enthusiastic about it. Now, it is kind of an unfun fact that less than 1% of the world population own any gold and silver. And that's a staggering statistic when you think about it. Yeah. So if someone just acquires one little silver coin, they immediately become part of the 1%. That's kind of a cool way of looking at it. Everyone out there, just go out and get one coin, and you're part of the 1%, worldwide. But I've been doing some videos lately on the availability of gold and silver, and there's some really interesting things going on right now. We are in a very interesting moment in time, I think. I think it's going to be a very unpleasant moment in time, historically speaking, from a financial point of view for the world economies, particularly our currency. I don't want to go down that road quite yet in this video. We can go up for an hour on world currencies. But the fact of the matter is that a lot of the gold and silver reserves at the LME and the COMEX have been they're being depleted out of the vaults, and I'm surmising that a lot of the sovereign wealth funds and governments, for that matter, are hoarding gold and they're taking delivery. So, have you seen that to be the case? And if that continues, will that affect your ability to provide gold and silver to your customers?
We have seen it. We've seen a crunch in the gold and silver. Obviously, it's really affecting small coin dealers that are trying to get allocation of coins and minting. I don't think there's such a shortage as there is. We've had a global pandemic that shut down a lot of the processes, and we've seen in the coinage world, we've seen a lot of shortages in what we call the planchards, the rounds that are being delivered to different governments. So you look at the U.S. government right now. U.S. government, I think there's 6 million down. I think pretty close to that this year on just silver eagles. So obviously the demand's up, and they're just not getting them. So we do think that will eventually free up. We're a big supplier, we're a big buyer, so we buy a lot of raw. We hedge for the future. And so we're planning for our growth, and we want to grow at a nice steady growth and help members around the world get access through our platform. So we know that we can supply our membership and our growth model. We're not too worried about that. And if you look at what we're doing, we're planned out well over a year in advance in coin projects. We do a lot of our own minting. And we have a lot of our own coins that are legal tender coins that are graded and certified through National Grading Company, NGC. And so, we're planning for great growth. We sure hope it doesn't affect us. You never know on a lot of this, but I do know this. We've got one of the bigger allocations out there in the world. We're not a small coin dealer like a local coin shop. And so, we plan to have plenty of gold and silver around for our members in the years to come.
And don't you have pretty sizable stakes in actual mines yourself?
Yeah, we work with mines and work with the buying of raw silver. And so, yes, we're constantly improving that. We did a big piece on being able to work with our partners on making our own planchards. And so that we don't have supply chain issues. So yeah, all of those things, we want to control as much as we can and make sure that our membership model gets great allocation. On top of that, we buy from a lot of different mints. We buy from the Perth Mint, South Korean Mint, the China Mint, the Belarus Mint, the Canadian Mint, the U.S. Mint. So we buy from the mints of the world. We're not just subject to one mint. And that's the only one we're going to buy from. We buy from many, many different mints from around the world, and they've got supply. So, we've got a pretty good hold on things, and we've got technologies we're using that some mints don't even know these technologies. They're patent pending technologies that help us to mint things that most people don't get to see in this lifetime. So it really is exciting the amount of projects that we have in play right now.
Yeah, could you talk a little bit about your specialty coins that you do? Because I'll tell you, because as a member, I can tell everyone out there that you guys do produce a specialty mints out there, and they're just spectacular, but just beautiful coins, and they do have a pretty strong history of appreciation over a period of time. Can you talk a little bit about your specialty coins?
Sure. Yeah, so specialty coins are a little different than buying just a silver eagle bullion, just a plain piece. We allow our members to buy that at some of the best pricing out there, right? And so that's for we call that the defense, playing defense with gold and silver, because gold and silver maintains its buying power. But the one thing that we really like to teach people is the collectibles market. Collectibles have a value based off of being low minted and rare, having a story tied to them, having some type of historical significance. And then the most important thing is they have to be beautiful. Like they have to take catch your eye. And so those four things make collectibles in very high demand. Okay. And we don't say they all appreciate, because all coins vary in different coins, but we've seen a lot that have gone up in value to the secondary market. These are collectors that are willing to buy them. When we're some of our mintages, a lot of our mintages we're doing right now are well under 10,000 mintage. And
Right.
when you think about a world population and a collector population out there that want to have their hands on these, and they're only available through 7K members, that's a pretty significant piece there. So we've done things like, we've done the 9/11 coin, the 20th anniversary of 9/11.
Beautiful.
Depicting on one side, the old New York skyline when immigrants would have first come into Ellis Island, right there at the Statue of Liberty. And on the front side, the new New York skyline, reminding people of our past and our present, and reminding people to always be conscious of history there, and understanding that there is history in all that we do. We just finished up the USS Arizona coin, paying homage to 80th anniversary of Pearl Harbor. And, on the 1 ounce coin, we have Esther Ross, who we tell a story that nobody's heard before. Esther Ross is the young lady at the time who christened the USS Arizona. And at the time during Prohibition, she was only 17, so they wouldn't let her use a bottle of champagne to christen it. And so we tell that story. And the mintage on that coin is only 2403, I believe. I hope I got that right. I'm going off of memory here. But that's how many servicemen died in Pearl Harbor. And then we move to the 2 ounce coin, which is the famous anchor where everybody takes pictures at Pearl Harbor. And there's 1,941 of those. That's a year of Pearl Harbor. Yeah. And then the 5 ounce coin is absolutely amazing. It's an aerial view on the coin of the USS Arizona sitting underwater with the observatory in high relief. It stands off of the coin. And we even have a piece of decking from the USS Arizona from one of the museums that we're able to put in that coin.
Wow.
And this, it depicts the entire memorial. And the most important thing is there's only 1,177 of those coins minted. That's how many servicemen are still entombed in the USS Arizona today. So if you own one of those coins, you have I guess it's the representation of the USS Arizona of one serviceman, each serviceman that is entombed there in the USS Arizona. So amazing things that are happening. We just, we love what we do. We love telling stories. We love commemorating history. And this is just two of the projects that we do. And these are coins that we mint exclusively at 7K. They're minted with one of the most technologically advanced mints in the entire world. They're legal tender. They're graded, meaning they're certified by a third-party grading company that's been around for years and well-recognized worldwide, a national grading company, NGC, out of Florida. And that's what makes this such an amazing piece. Is we are allowing this to go into hands of our 7K members that maybe haven't been a collector in the past, right? Because if you look at the industry, most of the times low minted rare coins are held for the very wealthy, the people who are spending huge amounts of money on buying, gold and silver bullion and things like that. Through our company, it's open to everybody. Every 7K member that wants to buy can buy. And so that's our specialty coins. We love them. We're commemorating them in history. And you see them out there. They're in Coin Magazine. They're in the market, and they're in high demand. The thing is, when we sell them to our members, that's the only place these collectors can go, is to our members to grab them. So it really, that's what creates this value in these low minted rare coins. And we're really excited. We also have, a great man behind it, Miles Standish, who's been an expert for years and years and years in the coin industry. He's worked for both PCGS and NGC. He is our exclusive coin designer. He's been in this industry since he was 16 years old. He knows a little bit about the industry, about what brings collectability to coins. And he's our number one designer and helping us to get the best of the best in the world. So we really appreciate him for that effort too.
That was a spectacular explanation. I think it's so important people know about these specialty coins. That is one of the many things that does make 7K metals unique to other sources of. And I want to move on to another unique feature that really personally is probably my personal favorite feature at 70K Metals, and that is this card that you have coming up, where people will have the ability to spend their gold and silver in the real world. Now, on my channel, I talk an awful lot about the importance of extracting people extracting themselves from the traditional financial system for all sorts of reasons. And then when they extract their money, they're still sitting on a depreciating asset. So they got to get at least some of that fiat currency into gold and silver. Because gold and silver, as we know, as everyone should know, is literally the only real money in the world. Everything else is currency. Everything else is made up from thin air by your government. Gold and silver for 5,000 years has been around as actual money. So it's the only real money out there. And in the industry terms, they call it sound money, right? Another term is God's money, right? So you have a sound money wallet where people can hold inside of their account their gold and silver inside of a wallet. But on top of that, you're going to have this card out imminently, right? Where people can actually spend their gold and silver in the real world. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's great technology. And here's the thing. When we set out 6 years ago, this is what we set out to do, is disrupt this industry. It was old. The old way of, you've always been taught that you need to hold, don't hold in cash, hold in assets. Mm-hmm. And so people say, it's great to have real estate. It's great to have all these things. I like having gold and silver because it's very liquid. Especially silver, it's very liquid because you don't, if you'll have a 1 ounce gold coin, it's $2,000 you have to liquidate. A 1 ounce silver coin you can liquidate in, at $34 to $40 a piece. So what we did is we set out and we said, let's figure out a way to make it easier for people to not only buy gold and silver, but be able to liquidate gold and silver and be able to use gold and silver as a spending platform. And so we've created Sound Money Wallet. It's exclusive to 7K, and really what you do is you right now the easiest way to do this is you can link a bank account, you can transfer funds into that Sound Money Wallet. At that point, you can choose to buy gold and silver, holding gold and silver. At the touch of a button, you can convert it back to cash, take it back to your bank account if you need to. You can also, right now in the wallet, you can transfer between each other gold and silver. So Ed, if we went out to lunch, I could say, hey Ed, thanks for lunch. I want to pay you back. Can I pay you in gold or silver? Mm-hmm. And I can literally send you fractionally gold and silver. Now, right. You can also choose to have that gold and silver shipped to you. Okay. And that would free up the vaults because we hold 100% of your gold and silver in a private vault ready to be liquidated. And then it's shipped directly to you if you want it. We love it because it frees up our vaults. They fill up quick, and we're constantly building new and adding the technology there. But they're fully insured private vaults. But you hold in gold and silver, and that we look at gold and silver. Gold and silver over the years has not been subject to inflation because it is real money. You can't go out and print $3 trillion worth of gold. You cannot do it. Somebody has to go pull it out of the ground. It takes effort. And these are metals that are being used in all kinds of things from solar panels to electronics to medical equipment. They're usable and they don't tarnish. They don't have so many things that gold and silver have been used for in the past. They're a usable precious metal, and they're a very valuable precious metal. And they've maintained their buying power over the years. We look over the last 500 years. You can even look back to even the last 40 years, 50 years, gold and silver has maintained its buying power. So the thing we love is, some people are like, it's too, I don't know where to buy gold and silver. I don't know how to do it. Mm-hmm. In Sound Money Wallet, you can literally buy $5 a month in silver or gold if you want to. Now, if you're buying silver and gold fractionally at that rate, you'd have to wait till it gets up to at least 1/10 of ounce of gold or 1 ounce of silver before we could ship it to you. Mm-hmm. But you can at least hold in a physical asset. You can transact in a physical asset. And here really soon, we're going to have, they're basically a debit card that would spend against your gold and silver, and used in 168 countries on the biggest platform in the world. You guys, this is the first time it's ever been done with financial institutions spending this way because we have the technology. It's taken so many years, a lot of effort to get Sound Money Wallet to where it is. And this is the people's wallet. This is allowing people to hold in gold and silver, give the power back to them, because, you look at even, 6 years ago, how did you liquidate gold and silver?
You walk down to your local coin dealer.
You walk down to your local coin dealer. You hope he's going to be nice to you that day and give you the best buyback price. Okay. And then you send it to them. And if you've got a lot of coins, let's say you've got a monster box, which is 500 ounces of silver eagles, right? Let's say if you bring that monster box in, they're going to take a couple days just to what we call assay or verify that all of those coins are real, because we've seen some of them that have been fake. They'll put lead coins in the bottom of the tubes, and it might weigh the exact same, but they need to be verified for the purity of the silver. There's machines that do that. And every coin, you think about it, 500 coins are going to take a couple days to assay every 500 coins. And then the buyback price is constantly changing. There's a worldwide buyback price that everybody goes by. We have one of the highest in the industry. That's where we pride ourselves, is we have one of the highest buybacks. So, if you take it to the coin dealer, it could be 3 or 4 days and the price have already changed. And then they give you a check, and then you got to go cash the check. Then you got to wait for the check to clear. A monster box is, they range from $16,000 to $20,000. That could take a few days to clear. Whereas in the Sound Money Wallet, you say, hey, I want to sell today. Boom, hit a button. Within 24 hours, it's back in your bank account. So we really have modernized the way that we can, in this day and age, buy gold and silver, transact in gold and silver, and coming soon, it's going to be everywhere. You'll be able to transact it at almost anywhere that they take a modern credit card. You will be able to transact in gold and silver if you so choose to do so.
Yeah, I've got a little story on that. So literally yesterday, so I have a friend who recently became a member. He signed up under me, and he was skeptical about the Sound Money Wallet, and he does the autosaver and those stuff. I said, well, are you going to start using the wallet? And he said, I don't really know how it works. So I said to him, so I went into my wallet and I sent him $100 worth of silver. So I sent, boom, he had it within minutes. And he is amazed. He is a true believer. He is probably your biggest fan today. It was so simple. So just to emphasize, so if someone say buys some gold and silver inside of the Sound Money, they deposit crypto or they deposit cash, whatever. There are several different ways you can buy the silver and gold inside of it. But then inside of your Sound Money, well, let's say you have $1,000 worth of silver. You actually, in your vault, if I bought $1,000 worth of silver today, and I want to put it in my Sound Money wallet, you would literally set aside $1,000 worth of silver in your vault that's assigned to me, right? So
absolutely, 100%. Yep.
So it's
and we take that number extremely serious, and not only that, we insure the whole thing, and we make sure that we not only do we have 100%, we usually shade on the side of 110 or 112% or 115%. We never will be short in the wallet. And so people test us all the time. They say, hey, send me half of my silver. And we send it to them.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is then they send it right back. They're like, oh, put it back in the vault. Right. And we're like,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, those tests, they end up costing you a little bit if you do that, because you got shipping involved and buy and sell back prices, which affected a little bit. But it happens all the time. But yeah, we have a very secure vault that we keep 100% of that in storage. So and it's audited, it's backed, it's 100% there. So it is the real. It's not just on paper at all. We don't do that, you guys. That's one thing. We've seen people go to prison for doing those type of scams. Those are scams. Okay, you can't sell something and say it's there and not have it there. And so we hold 100% of it, and we don't skimp on that. We have technology that actually warns us when we're getting low. If we have somebody that has a big deposit that comes in, we literally lock in and buy that second. And we might have stuff in transit, but literally we have pallet folds showing up into our vaults.
Okay, so for the fun of it, why don't you talk a little bit about your vault?
Well, first off, we don't say where it's at. We don't tell them a lot about it. We have multiple, almost 9 different security entry points into that vault. It's wrapped in concrete and steel. And once, if somebody ever did get into the vault, First off, it'd be setting off alarms and alarms and alarms, and we'd have SWAT teams and SWAT teams on top of it. And we do have armed security on premises, video everywhere. If they got through all that and they got into the vault, they would still have one more big barrier to break through, and then they'd need to figure out how to carry it, how to get it out. So if you think about it, one monster box, and we've got thousands of monster boxes in there. One monster box is about 40, 50 pounds. Yeah. So you would need some very special equipment and some big equipment. You would be, so we're set up really well. And we hold those very secure, and we, the location of those are private, and very little access to it. And we audit it weekly, ensuring that our counts are all there. And so everything's top notch.
So it's ultra secure. That's over the top secure. And now recently you were in the UK for a big event. You opened up UK. Now we have a lot of friends in the UK coming into 7K. You went over there and you met some of the people and you did a little presentation. So I'd like to segue a little bit now into 7K is not just a source of gold and silver for people, but also as a potential business opportunity. Yeah. You want to talk a little bit about, no, okay, let me stop right there. I do happen to know that okay, so people can be involved in 7K as a business opportunity, either passively or get involved. You don't have to promote this to your friends and family. You can just use this as a source for your gold and silver. In fact, most of the people, that's what they do. Most people do not actively grow a business around it. But for those of you, those people out there who are looking for a little business opportunity, there is one there. And you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's, what we've decided is we said, we could go out and put billboards and do infomercials and run ads and tell people about our great membership, and people would come in and buy, right? And they would love our membership model. But we've decided that our best marketing tool is our members themselves. We make them happy. It's natural to go out and tell friends and family about it. So we have what we call a share plan, where we on collectible coins, there is enough margin on collectible coins to be able to share in a marketing fund that will share with you by just teaching people to come in and get a membership and start buying gold and silver through us. In the collectible world, most people are not disciplined to buy collectible coins. So we have what's called an autosaver program, where we teach people, hey, get on a monthly autosaver, start collecting coins month over month over month over month. And over time, you're going to have a nice collection. And so that's what we basically send people a thank you check by if they sign up as a member. One of the membership benefits you get is what we call a replicated site. You can either have people buy that are non-members; they can buy from you on that replicated site, and there's a little commission for that. And then if you want to sign up other members to be a 7K member with us, we have referrals. We have referral commissions for that as well. And so it's amazing. We have people that say, "Yeah, I've never done a business where we refer people." The thing we love about this business is people buy gold and silver month over month over month. And so there is some ability to have recurring sales there that help reward you and your family. And really, if you refer a couple people and they get excited and they refer people, all of that goes to your business and your business center. So it's a great model. We have what's called a 2-team mentality, where you have a right team and a left team. It's just one member left, one member right. And if all you are is just a member and you want to refer 2 members, hey, over time, it will still create a check for you over time. But usually people take it much further than that, because they love what they see. They love what they hear. They love seeing the collectibles. And so they can't help but refer to other members. So that's the model. It's super simple. It's super rewarding. And it's built for the people who have never done it before. It's not complicated. And it's all based off of member sales. So to the consumer, to the customer, that's what we want, you guys. We want to build a massive customer base here, and we're doing that. We're growing by leaps and bounds every year.
And you mentioned the autosaver in there, and I can't believe I didn't bring that up before, but because it is such, in my opinion, a central part of the whole idea for 7K being around, for using 7K, is the idea. I call it like a forced savings account. So when you someone signs up for an account, they have the option. They don't have to, but they have the option of signing up for what's called an autosaver account, and you can pick which program you want. Personally, I went for the Silver Eagle option because I like Silver Eagles, and so every month I get my Silver Eagle. I get it in the mail, every month. This is it's still in the plastic. It comes in the plastic. So and so if you have children or grandchildren or something, it's a wonderful way to kind of introduce them. Every month it comes in, they get the nice, but it's kind of like a way for people to. People know the importance, I think, of having gold and silver. They just do. Nowadays, people know they should have it. And that's kind of a out of sight, out of mind kind of way of building your gold and silver stash. Aside from the gold and silver that you buy, independently. So I just want to make sure people.
Here's my autosaver, Ed.
Yeah, you got yours.
So there's mine. I don't even know what it is. I'm going to open it right here in front of you.
Excellent.
We're going to see what one I got here because, oh yes, this is the State Animal Series. So this is one that is exclusive to 7K. This is beautiful. This is the first. This is a red spotted newt. It looks like a lizard. It's New Hampshire State Animal. And so if you see that there.
Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful, 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 right?
Nice.
I'll just cover that little barcode because that barcode means something. So
yeah.
But anyway, this is an MS70, meaning a mint state perfect coin. And this is one exclusive through 7K. We did a 50 state series. I'm going to collect all 50 of them. And I put it on autosaver because I don't want to have to think about which one I don't have yet. Right. We have what's called a smart selector that will tell me, okay, which one have you not received yet? And it just selects the new one for me every month it comes. And then I've got another package here that's all the what we call coin drop, all the extra coins that we buy. And guys, we buy them just like every customer buys them. We buy them the same manner on the same platform. Through
you don't jump the line.
We don't get a jump in line. We don't get to go in the back and just say, hey, I'll take that. Okay. And we pay for them just like everybody else pays for them. We know the value of them. And we have a very big collection. I filled it in a complete gun safe with coins. And it's fun to see that I can pass on a legacy to my girls. I've got 4 daughters, and to be able to pass that legacy on. Because you think about in just 3 short years to be able to fill a safe, and then what's going to happen over the next 10, 15, 20, 30 years. That's a lot of silver and a lot of gold in a safe.
Well, that's the thing, right? With precious metals, is it's there if you need it, but it's a wonderful thing to pass on to children, grandchildren, if you don't have to use it during your lifetime. It's a wonderful legacy product. It's gold and silver. Over the course of time, gold, it speaks for itself. Now, of course, there are no guarantees with anything, but come on, it's gold and silver. This is something. So circling back a little bit to this as a business opportunity, this is something I think people can share with others with a clear conscience. Yeah. It's not some weird little crypto product that may or may not make you rich someday. It's gold and silver, which everyone knows. It's sound money. It's God's money. It's something that you can feel good about sharing, and your company has stood the test of time. It's been around for 6 years now, and glowing reviews for anyone who ever uses them. And I challenge anybody out there: go ahead, don't just take my word. Do your YouTube search, and if you want. And but we've looked into this. I have friends who have personally gone out to Idaho to visit your headquarters there, and to attend events.
Yeah.
So can you talk a little bit about, because this is fun. This is kind of like a family feel to it. Your company on a regular basis host little getaways. Yeah. Please talk about that, because that is so much fun.
Yeah, we say it's lifestyle powered by gold and silver, right? And we travel the world. We're going to be in Dominican Republic. We're going to have a big convention in New Orleans where you can come and you can learn. We've got workshops, breakout sessions. You get to learn from other people. See the excitement. We have some of the best coin drops in the world there. We actually give away we've given away coins in the value range of $6,000 to $7,000 one coin. Okay, 1 kilo coins. But they get to hear from Miles Standish. They get to hear from the executives. They get to hear about what Sound Money Wallet is. And we haven't even talked about Stack and Sell. Stack and Sell is the people's technology where you get to take your collectible coins and inventory them, and you know what you bought them for. Yeah, see that little barcode? That's how you scan in. That's how you scan in your coins, is on that barcode, and you scan them into Stack and Sell, and you know what you paid for them, and you know what the secondary market value is, and it puts the power back in the people's hands, versus having to take those collectible coins to a coin dealer, and they'll kind of mess with you if you don't know the collectability value of those coins. So we've got technology, you got both Stack and Sell, Sound Money Wallet, and 7K. I mean, all of it together, it really is a champion of the people. And if all you're doing is coming in and being a member and collecting coins, you're winning. If you happen to go out and share this with others, you're winning even more. And we've got people that they earn enough that it pays all their coins, plus.
Yeah.
And we got people that are making full-time incomes with this, and they this is what they do for retirement and for a lifestyle and all of that. So we really do. We own a lodge in Salmon, Idaho called it's called the Salmon River Lodge Resort. It is rentable to the general public, but we take our people down there. It's called Founders Lifestyle Getaway. We take them whitewater rafting on the beautiful Salmon River. You're on the edge of the Frank Church Wilderness Area, 42 acres of just pristine wilderness. But then we go to the beaches of the world, and we're going to be in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, in February, and it's open to everybody. We do give you opportunities to win a portion or all of your trip if you want to go, but we welcome everybody that wants to go to these. And our big events, we have the New Orleans event. Everybody is welcome to come to that, and it is well worth every single penny to get there and learn and understand what we do, see our stuff firsthand, see the founders, see the executives, see the other leaders in the company that are helping to take this company global.
Yeah, and just for the sake of saying it, to respect your time and the time of my audience, won't get into too much, but there are a lot of other neat little things that go along with the 7K membership. You get travel discounts, you get healthcare insurance and discounts, and right? I mean, it's just there's a lot of other stuff besides the really fun and necessary gold and silver.
Yep, we membership benefits include 7K Advantage, which will help you save money every day on everyday purchases. Over 800,000 retailers, travel, flights, hotel, and the money you save there, you can put it into real sound money, right? And so we do that as a membership benefit. 7K healthcare plans. We even have a company we work with to help you if you want to convert a retirement plan over to a gold-backed IRA. We've got that in place. You have access to.
I didn't think of that. That's right. Yeah. Boy.
And so, and if you're holding in paper, retirement stuff, talk to a licensed person about holding in gold-backed IRAs. Okay, it's very, very important, and you can talk to a licensed financial advisor about that will tell you all the benefits of how and what and how that works. So many different things, you guys, that we have on our membership. The membership is 100% worth every penny of having a membership. Okay, 7K healthcare plans. They're some of the best. Whether you have no healthcare insurance, or what you might be what we call underinsured, or you've got a massive deductible, $5,000 to $10,000 deductible. We can bridge your healthcare coverage between all of that, even down to pet care, full-on healthcare. If you're an independent business owner and you need healthcare, you come in under our membership, and it's right through ERISA. It's the real deal. You talk to licensed insurance brokers, and they get you on a plan, and you come in on our group plan, and it is huge. We have people every single day getting on that program, and we know what it means to independent business owners or small business owners that don't have healthcare. And you guys, if there's small businesses out there, we can help you. We can help you get on this healthcare plan and provide healthcare for your people. So. A lot of big things, you guys, that this membership provides, and it's gold and silver, but a lot of other benefits that go along with it. And when you really dig in deep and look at all the benefits, it's worth it to have a membership year over year. We've had people that have been with us 6 years, and they say, "I'm not going anywhere." It's been the most valuable membership I've ever purchased in their lives. So So that's great. That's what we want to do. We want to bring value to our customers and our members. And we truly we call you family. One of our mantras is we believe in you. And that's why we do this business. We believe in people like you that can help other people, that can bring hope to people who are maybe not having so much hope, to be able to, teach people about gold and silver, about being the good guys, right? We want to bring hope by being the good guys. And that's our message.
What's the cost of the memberships?
So two memberships. We've got a standard and a premium, and the difference between the two is there's some marketing pieces that help you to long term for 1 full year, having access to a marketing app and all kinds of different things, different reporting and different things. There's a $199 and a $499 membership, and those are there for everybody to enjoy.
I can't tell my audience that there are several really good communities out there around the 7K Metals program. So if someone decides to come into 7K Metals, you have a choice of numerous communities to join. So if you have questions about something, like I've got a WhatsApp group called the Hey Yet group, and I've got several members who are also members of 7K Metals, and I do regular Zooms about 7K. So if people want to learn more about 7K, they can contact me. I'll have my contact information below, and I can tell you when the next Zoom link, when the next Zoom is of the program. But boy, there's so much more. I want to respect your time, Jason. There's so much more I would love to get into. But then, for circling back, one last little thing. That Sound Money wallet, the card that's coming out, that is just excites me to no end. The idea, because I need to find ways. I want to find ways to show people how to extract themselves from the traditional financial system. And I think that's going to be an invaluable tool to have in your toolbox to achieve that objective.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah. When you really see the devaluation of the dollar, it's really because we have a lack of government discipline in helping to get through tough economic situations. They're printing money to help us get out of economic situations. All it does is we pay the price in the long term. It's called inflation. And we're feeling it now more than ever. This is, our 40% of all our money supply has been printed in the last 2 years. That's a problem. We cannot print our way out of economic situations. We've got to have discipline. And you think about, why Richard Nixon suspended the gold standard back in 1971. It was because why? We were printing too much money, and other countries, we had the Bretton Woods system where every country tied themselves to the U.S. dollar. So the U.S. dollar was recognized as a world currency. Because why? We were on the gold standard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the second they saw that we were printing too much and not being disciplined in backing every single dollar with gold and silver, that's when people started calling their gold and silver due. And Richard Nixon ended up putting a stop to that and put a temporary suspension back in 1971. We're still in that temporary suspension. So really, all currencies are now all of a sudden backed by nothing.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
That's why we call it fiat currency.
Right.
And so,
I decree.
Really educating people about holding in gold and silver is one of the best things we could do. Is, hey guys, there's banks and governments and the wealthy that are holding in gold and silver. We want to get this to every single family out there that wants to educate themselves and understand this. Hold some in gold and silver.
And in your website, you have tons of instructional videos and educational videos, really good ones for people to learn all this stuff. So that all by itself is worth the cost of admission.
That's another piece of the membership benefit is we train you. We want you to be educated. We want you to be, an educated customer of ours and understand why you're buying gold and silver and what you're doing.
It's kind of an unfun fact that the world central banks now own 1/5 of all the gold ever mined. And the Federal Reserve, since 2021, according to a report that I just read last week, they added another 50 metric tons to their reserves. So the central banks of the world like gold. And they're hoarding it like crazy. And these are people who are in charge of protecting our currencies. They're in charge of the Federal Reserve's job is to control inflation. That's it. That's your entire job. And if they're hoarding that much gold, because gold has an inverse relationship with currency, right? With fiat currency, right? So if they're hoarding that much gold and they're in charge of our currency, well, I don't know. Maybe we should learn to read between the lines there. And I mean, not for nothing, just saying. Well, listen, Jason, are there any final thoughts you would like my audience to know that we did not cover in the interview?
No, you guys, hey, we're honored to be here. We're spreading a message of hope. We want to bring gold and silver to every single household in the world. It's a big chore. We're growing like crazy, and do your homework. Look at us and come in and start buying that gold and silver. Look at all the different aspects of what we have, because truly we're out there to bless people's lives, and we want people to. I would be comfortable having my daughter, my mother, my father, my grandmother doing this membership, and they do, and I'm excited about that. The fact that my parents they lost the idea of collecting gold and silver. My grandpa, he knew the value of it, but my parents, that generation, that education was not passed on to them, and we're bringing it back. We're bringing that education back. And everybody is realizing, yep, we should have done what our grandparents did and our great grandparents did. They knew the value of buying gold and silver and holding in real money, okay, in real precious metals that is not subject to inflation, because guys, again, you cannot print it. You can't cut down a tree and go and print a whole bunch of 1 ounce gold eagles. You cannot do it. It needs to be mined out of the ground, needs to be pulled out of the ground, and the effort there is the same as it's always been. It has never changed. But unfortunately, the printing of money, we're seeing it like it's just like candy. It's like, let's just print $3 trillion and help stimulate the economy. Let's send out stimulus packages. And now it's funny because they now have what's called inflation relief packages.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, the inflation relief packages it's just this like downward spiraling effect. The more they just hand out free money and free gifts, the more all of us will pay in the end. We're complaining about gas prices, but nobody was complaining when they were getting the free check, right? But now they're all complaining because gas prices are up, food prices are up, everything is up. And that's called inflation, and that is the tax on handing out free money and printing free money, because it devalues the dollar. But the one thing it can affect, you guys, is gold and silver, and we know that, and that's why people hold in gold and silver. So, thank you guys for being on here today. And Ed, it was an honor getting to know you and talking to your audience today.
Oh, my pleasure, and thank you for taking time out. That was a wonderful ending message. By the way, I loved it. Okay, so Jason Orpman, the CEO of 7K Metals, and Ed Anderson from the Hey Ed YouTube channel, saying goodbye.
Goodbye.
Copy that.